Hey, Sandy.
What's up, Carlos?
What are we doing?
Recording season 3 of Off Your Flosser podcast.
Already? What do we want the people to do?
Find us. YouTube, Apple Podcast, we're everywhere. Like, follow, subscribe.
And go floss yourselves.
And go floss yourselves. Carlos.
What are we going to do, man?
I'm losing my mind here. Internet.
Slowly but surely.
And don't call me Shirley.
Well, technical issues abound, folks, but this is still episode 122 in the house.
It is. Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to put a little pep in my step. Yeah. I have to stop saying literally. I'm doing that a lot.
Yeah, and you say, here's the thing. And I feel like that's okay. I'm just going to say what I got to say. And if I say the same phrase, people can mute me.
I do say, you know what I mean, a lot. And that really stresses me out. And I try to cut it out in editing. But, it is what it is.
I wouldn't worry about it. Take me as I am. Or don't take me at all.
Boom,
that's what she said. So I have to pause for a second because...
What are you looking for?
Guess what I don't have in my hot little hands and in my mouth?
The damn coffee.
Yeah, I gotta.
What flavor did you get now? Like Heath peanut butter crunch nonsense?
Oh my gosh. Oh, that actually sounds good. No, it's the peppermint mocha from Starbucks. So here's the little situation. While I'll tell the story real quick.
You look like you're panicking. You want to go grab it?
Let me tell the story.
So we can all relax?
I'm going to grab it.
Okay.
So I just happened to get peppermint mocha. And at some point I said in my life, I will never have peppermint coffee. That's weird, disgusting, yuck. So then I was like...
You're the flavor lady. What are you talking about?
Well, I know, but peppermint and coffee, it just didn't seem like it would mix. So I think it was a sample, or maybe I just went, you know what? I'm going to try it. And now it is my favorite flavor. So I drank the whole bag of grounds, just ate it. No. So I finished the bag and I was like, oh, I'm going to go get me some more. Well, guess what? It's a seasonal flavor.
Son of a...
Are you kidding me? Ugh. It's like pumpkin spice for Christmas. And I'm like,
yeah,
I don't like pumpkin spice, so I don't care about that. But peppermint mocha coffee? Hello?
Yeah.
So I went on the Amazons. And I found it, but it was way overpriced. Ooh. But I said, screw it. I need it in my life. So now I'm broke.
But you got your coffee.
But I got my coffee. Well, I mean, literally, I do not have my coffee right now.
I wonder.
See, I need it.
If there is some black market voodoo type of way to grab some cheap ass little peppermint candies, right? Crush them things up somehow. And make your own, bro. There's got to be a way, dude.
How about it's called mocha coffee with peppermint essential oil? A drop of that, I bet you it would be the same.
Can you eat that stuff, or is that?
Yeah, if you get you get the food grade or therapeutic grade or whatever essential oil. Yeah. I mean, you use eucalyptus oil for, you breathe it into your lungs along with all the others. But anyway, yeah. Let me grab my coffee before I ruin my life.
There you go, please.
Be right back.
The look of sheer panic on your faces. Just go get your coffee, man. Unbelievable. Internet issues. Laptop's not working right. Coffee's not in her hand. What else can go wrong? No, let me not say that because all hell can break loose. She might get a wild fox or something, bust through a window and bite her in the ankle. We don't need that. Country living, wilderness, Grizzly Adams ass. I'm going to leave this in. She's going to freak when she hears it. Peppermint mocha. Like a child. Oh, hey.
My hair looks good.
Oh, looks fantastic. I wasn't talking trash about you at all while you were gone.
I know you. You would never.
Why,
Ever.
Yeah. No.
Ever. I'm rolling over cords here. So, you should have seen my face when I ran upstairs. I looked like a cross between, like, Bird Box, like blind Bird Box, and a kitten that lost its mummy. Like, and then...
Your mouth just... there it is. There's the stuff.
Precious. My precious.
All right, Smeagol Lee, relax. You know, it's hilarious.
Yeah. So now I have coffee.
Okay, you good?
I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of Lord of the Rings, my son put the Xbox in the living room. I started watching the first one about 3-4 days ago.
It's good.
This gameplay in full took it and put it back in the other room so him and his buddy can hook up at the same time and have battles on Call of Duty or something. Man. So there were 3 of them. There were 3 TVs in that room the other day.
What?
I go, what am I running here? I'm going to start charging people money. They have that. Like
GameStop?
You know? Anyway.
That's awesome. So you didn't get to watch the rest of Lord of the Rings?
No. Well, it's a 12, 13-hour time investment, and I just don't have that kind of time. So it was ambitious, yet ill-advised on my part.
You're really busy now. Like,
Dude.
I text you, and 3 days later, I may or may not get a reply.
I'm so sorry, man.
From my co-host.
No, it's not that bad.
No, it's not. You usually get back to me pretty quick, so I'm just saying.
But the answers are brief, and they're not long conversations. And so
and you're starting to do that where you put NP for no problem or K for okay. And I hate that, by the way.
Abbreviations?
Just spell it out. It takes 2 seconds. You like, and you're done.
Okay. Well,
K.
You grew up in the era of texting. They didn't have that when I was a kid.
I know. We talked about this where you go beep, beep, beep for L, doot, doot for I.
And that was amazing. Before that, it was Morse code. You know? That was a class I had to take in high school. How to Morse code. Yeah.
And you had your flashlights. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah. I've never attempted to, but I wonder if that's a useless skill nowadays.
Morse code?
Yeah.
So,
or is it so rare that it would be like a secret language?
It really would. Like, there's a part on The Office where Jim and Pam, they had a lot of free time, so they learned Morse code. So that she was like clicking her pen in Morse code, and then Jim would like tap his space bar in Morse code.
That's hilarious. Oh yeah, of course.
And
he would know.
Right, and he's like, you see him kind of perk up like, and then he freaks out.
Yeah, that's funny.
And Jim and Pam are like, yeah, Dwight, we had so much time that we went and took Morse code classes. And then there's a breakaway and he goes, we did. And then he goes, okay, fine. And he put headphones on so he couldn't hear Jim or Pam. And then they started blinking and he was like, it freaked him out anyway. But I think you should do it.
That's a weird story relating to that blinking Morse code.
Okay.
You know that movie, that song by Metallica, it's maybe 20 years old. I think it's called One.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like a long song.
A long song?
It's a long song. And this is kind of dark, but and it's based off of a movie on a soldier, I want to say from World War One, who was blinded and had his limbs blown off, right? Couldn't talk.
So no arms, no legs, mute and deaf, and mute and deaf.
Oh no, maybe he could see. And the point was that he was blinking the words over and over, "Kill me," because he couldn't. He didn't want to live like that. And I was like, "Jeez, this is." Yeah. So I don't know if that's a true story or if it's just a movie or if it's just But that's and they have some images of it in the video.
Yeah.
And then when I looked, because the song rocks hard. I mean, if you listen to that, dude, you're ready to run through a wall, fight a grizzly,
run a marathon.
Yeah, run a marathon. You're about to do something incredible.
At least start a marathon.
If you like heavy metal rock. And I don't know if we ever talked about this, but I have a super wide range of music that I legitimately enjoy and I can listen to for hours. You know what I mean?
We talked about Pink at one point.
Yeah, sometimes I like to female sing Alanis Morissette, dude. That's a classic
Jagged
album.
Little Pill.
Dude.
You, I don't know.
That yodeling fool murdered that first album, you know?
Yeah.
But Heart from my era.
Uh-huh.
Barracuda.
Oh, yeah, I know that song.
And I don't know their names, but the blonde one that plays the guitar, she's a beast.
4 non-blondes? No, that would be non-blonde. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway. So chicks that rock are super, super cool. You remember
Cranberries was mine.
For Lenny Kravitz back in the day?
Yes.
Anyway, and I don't know why, but it's just cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'll listen to Led Zeppelin, Metallica sometimes. Kiss. I grew up on Kiss. Me and my brother used to listen to Kiss all the time, dude. I was a big Elvis
Twisted
fan.
Sister.
Growing up, it's a little weird.
White Snake, Poison. Can you tell I had older sisters?
Did they have the same hair?
Oh yeah, like the poofy, and Big Bang, like.
Oh yeah. The upside down hairspray.
I guess I never watched them do their hair because it was like a cloud of Aquanet everywhere.
I sat behind some chick in English class who I don't want to say I had a crush on her, but she I thought she was super cute. But
did you take a lighter and set her hair on fire?
I couldn't see around her.
Oh my god!
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I almost failed English because I couldn't see the damn board, dude. But and always dressed up to I mean, we were poor, so we were clean. We just wearing jeans or whatever, and and then I got a job when I was like 14, and I had my own stuff. But this chick looked like she jumped off a damn magazine, and I guess maybe that was appealing. I don't know. It's just superficial, petty nonsense that that you're attracted to when you're kids. But I'm sure she's a nice person. Maybe I don't know, but the hair was just fucking cacao. You know what I mean?
Oh
you couldn't see around it. It was ridiculous. So anyway, I don't know how we got so sidetracked. What do you listen to when you want to get down? Because I looked up your Matt Nathanson.
Oh yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
It did nothing for me, bro.
Well, it takes a special type of person to like it.
Is he?
He's a singer-songwriter like John Mayer or something. I mean. If you like that kind of thing, but I also like if you
like what you like. I'm not busting your chops. I'm just saying,
if you got my DVD or a CD collection, for those of you who don't know what that is, before they had MP3 or downloads, they went on this silver disc that you put into a machine and it played music.
And you can only hold so many. You can only hold maybe 100 songs in your car at a time.
Yeah, because you had the visor thing there. You put the CDs in there.
Now, billions.
So I would have Cranberries, and then I had like more Cranberries, and then I had is it Joan Osborne? No, it's something Osborne. Where what if God was one of us? Yeah. That, and then I would have Seether. Oh, you give me some live Seether music.
That's
Driven
Rocky,
Under.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Driven Under is amazing song. And then like, who sings, Simple Man? And then.
That's an eclectic.
I like a little bit of Metallica. I had like Nada Surf. Which, like, so, when you could get 10 CDs for a penny. Okay.
Yeah, I got caught in that scam in the early 90s.
And it was on my credit for a long time.
Oh, yeah, dude. Don't ever do that, kids. Don't ever do that.
They don't do that anymore, so you're safe. But
Yeah.
I would choose these
Hilarious.
CDs based off of like if they had one hit song, I would buy the whole CD. And half the time I didn't like the rest of the CD. Just that one song. But I would listen to it because I bought it, or sort of bought it. I borrowed it and never gave it back. Anyway, and then I would have like Tori Amos. Do you know Tori Amos?
I know the name.
Peter Gabriel. So I met.
Sledgehammer?
Yeah, but this is and Kate Bush. Him and Kate Bush did this
We've had this
amazing song
conversation.
together. Yes, I love that song. But anyway, what else? There's Billy Bragg. You know him? He has a song. Oh my gosh, I bawled every single time. It's about a guy that was stuck in a foxhole in like Vietnam. It was good song. Dave Matthews Band.
A buddy of mine,
Yeah.
him and his wife love Dave Matthews. I just can't
Yeah.
get into it, man.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
And although I appreciate the musical ability, it's just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just not your thing, which is
it's not
fine.
my thing.
And then I had, was it TLC, Waterfalls? I had a little Brian McKnight up in that.
You've said that before. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
What would something that would surprise people that they didn't think you would listen to?
it's like techno crazy. Alice DJ. YouTube, one of her songs.
Okay.
And it's basically like I never like did drugs or anything, but this is like you would go to a rave and take whatever pill somebody handed you, and that's the type of music you're listening to.
Okay. That electronic nonsense.
Yeah. John actually, he's the one that kind of turned me on to it, and I was like, this is really good cleaning house music. It like pumps you up to like clean house. And I like a little bit of AC/DC and stuff like that. I like what I like, and half the time I may not even know who the artist is. I just like it,
I mean, man, I grew up listening to everything, dude. And a lot of times I didn't know who it was. It was just stuff that was played on the radio. Like Steve Miller Band growing up. Little Puerto Rican kids listening to Abracadabra. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Joker. And like I told you, Kiss. We would just play it at full volume, and we thought we were in the band and stuff. And me and my brother. And we talk about it now. And so I sent them like a greatest hits CD back in the day, Strutter and Love Gun and Rock and Roll All Night, Yeah, so it's, I don't know if you've ever heard these songs. They're simple now by musical standards, but catchy as hell when back in the late 70s,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Cyndi Lauper. I had her CD. And then Mariah Carey, I had her CD. Charlotte Church. You ever heard of her?
Yeah.
She was like this 12 or 13-year-old opera singer chick, and I was like, I digged her music for a while.
She's got a song called The Prayer with Josh Groban that's pretty damn good.
I need to listen to that because I like Josh Groban too.
Yeah.
You know what? Ave Maria, which I think I've said this before, from the Hitman soundtrack, by far the best. Like, if you want to cruise down on a nice day, put the sunroof open, or if you got a convertible, put the thing back, and you just belt some Ave Maria. Nothing better.
I don't know. I don't know how you feel about it, but yeah, I think you said I heard you say you like Josh Groban, but I think the dude can sing his ass off. It's just amazing.
Oh yeah, and Bublé. Yeah.
I like, I could, and the thing is, I can download and just listen to some of that stuff too, and just chill to that smooth, calming music. Because sometimes you need, and my boy Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
You need something that takes you in a different direction. Sometimes you don't always want to run through walls and fight grizzlies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do like a little old school Britney Spears. And then we went and saw this guy in concert. His name is Amos Lee. No relation. But he was a singer-songwriter type, and he had some songs, and I was like, yes. And then one day I was watching TV, and this car commercial came on, and it was his song in the background. I was like, I saw him in concert. Yeah. Back when he was little, like not little, but we saw him at the Duck Room at Blueberry Hill, the restaurant in St. Louis. Wow. And it's just this dinky little concert hall, and we were like right there going, hey, buddy. So.
Well, those guys, by the time you see them on TV or
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
they've made
and
it big already.
they've done it 1,000 times. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so they're polished in their season. I saw some guys in Nashville a couple summers ago. And I'm like, I don't know who the hell these guys are, but you know, again, this is a horrible story because I don't know, I didn't catch their names or the singer's name, but the three of them were amazing.
Yeah.
It was a guitar player, a drummer, and a singer. And these guys, I'm like, these guys, I don't know who they are, but they're ready. I think they're really, really good. And they were headlining this thing on a Saturday night. But there's so many people out there that are so talented that you don't know about that it's kind of a shame that we don't have the time to explore all that stuff. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the world needs some recreational type stuff because everybody's still pissed off and fired up and scared of COVID and everything else. So, you know, find your peace and your inner happiness, folks. And I know we're talking about old school music here, but you know, whatever turns you on, man, listen to it and rock it out. You know.
I was gonna say two more things. Nickel Creek, awesome, and it's kind of folky. It's not Nickelback, which I also like, and that and but Nickel Creek.
And these are all people I've never heard of, so I might have to do a little research and see what's up. You know?
I don't know if you like it. Like Nickel Creek is kind of folky. It's a sister and a brother and another guy. Somebody plays a mandolin and somebody plays violin, and it's just real like happy music. Except the Lighthouse. The name of the song is The Lighthouse. That's you want to throw yourself off a cliff. That's the kind of music you listen to.
Is it religious at all, or because it sounds
no, not those
churchy? No. A buddy of mine, comic. He's a goat farmer, and
like a real goat farmer.
Yeah, I mean he farms goats, but he's like a computer guy, you know. And one of the nicest guys in the world, right? Got a bunch of kids. He goes, "No, I'm not Catholic," so that's one of his jokes. Right? A beard, and a solid dude. Yeah, and I saw him, and he brought two of his kids, little girls. And this is maybe a couple years ago. And so they were maybe 10 and 12, something like that, right? And we do our jokes, and then they close out the show with a violin, guitar, song thing. He's playing the guitar, and the girls are singing. And I think one of them has a tambourine or something. One's playing a fiddle. And it was... One, because I know him, and two, is just amazing to see kids doing something, actually playing an instrument. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like that drummer, that little drummer girl you were talking about last time.
And I wouldn't go out and search that music and buy a CD, but I'd buy theirs just because I know. But they were very, very good, and it was just you got a standing ovation. I'm glad they went last because nobody wants to go after adorable kids. Yeah, playing the hell out of some violins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and singing along with their dads. And they were harmonizing so sweetly. And I'm like, you learned this in your living room? That's incredible. Or wherever they learned it from. Yeah, but it was just fun to watch. So kudos like to you, Ed. Yeah. So I don't know if he listens to this, but and again, I miss him. I haven't seen him in a while. But damn, it's freaking COVID, man. It shut everything down. So
I know.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. If you say you're a bank robber, just imagine this for a minute.
I can see that.
You're a bank robber, and you run out of the bank, and your getaway driver drove off and left you behind, and you're like, oh crap, what do I do? And you see, these are your options. You see a Geo Metro, pretty sweet Geo Metro, 3-cylinder. 5-speed.
Okay. I'm trying to picture it. Okay. I can drive stick.
Okay. So you got your Geo Metro, a funeral home van, and a Lamborghini. Those are your three options for getaway cars. Geo Metro, sweet ass Geo Metro. Then you've got your funeral home van, Lamborghini. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which would you pick for your getaway vehicle?
All right, I need to know one more thing. Am I carrying a bunch of stuff, and am I being chased at the moment?
You got bags of money and no, not being chased.
Metro.
At the moment.
Low
but
key.
You can hear sirens.
I'm going to just drive off real nice and slow in the Metro. Because the Lamborghini is too flashy. People are going to notice you.
Okay.
And a funeral truck, you said, with like a van or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's too specific.
With a body in it.
Extra specific. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna touch that.
Okay, well,
Those are weird
let's just
options,
say
by the way.
they are very.
Why
But
do you
this is
bring
what
that up?
happened in St. Louis. Somebody chose the funeral home van with a body in it.
After a
like-
robbery?
I don't know
Or
what
was
they
that
were
the robbery?
doing. They might have just stole the van. But it made me think, like, why would you choose that, especially with a body in the back? No, thank you. You're going to,
wild.
ghosts are going to swarm around you because you're defacing the dead. So this is, I don't know the whole story, and I guess I should have looked it up. But in St. Louis, you look up, funeral home van stolen, it's going to pop right up. But eventually they sent out a reward. They said, or maybe not a reward, but they said, we don't care about the van, just bring the body back. But I'm like, okay, well, how are you going to get the body there without bringing the van back? But I mean, my brain goes on tangents like that. But I mean,
Can you imagine you go through something, Grandma Ethel finally drops at 93. Has lived a
you're
long,
sad, you're emotional.
and you get a call.
The funeral's in 4 days.
Mr.
You're like
Johnson, we've
getting all
lost your
the
grandma.
stuff ready. Yeah.
What the?
Your grandma, we can't find her or the van she was in. Somebody stole it. Can you
Our bad.
imagine?
Our bad. We left the keys in it. And
Yeah, my bad. I just ran in for a coffee at Quick Trip. Somebody jumped in and scooted on out of here with Grandma Ethel.
now you wonder, did they know there was a corpse in the back?
You have to think they
That the
had
possibility
to have said
exists.
there might be a body in the back. But if opportunity knocks, you have to answer it. And opportunity said, grab the dead lady in the back of the van and let's go. That's
That
what
being
opportunity
said,
just said.
If I had the opportunity to, I've always had like this, I don't want to say an obsession or just a thought of stealing like an ice cream truck and then
That's
parking
quite-
under a bridge and then just going to work,
Yeah, but how is that related to a funeral home van?
Because it's stealing something weird that you're not supposed to have. You know what I mean?
But an ice cream truck? I would totally steal that.
Yeah, I mean, look, I filled it up and I put $50 on the thing for all the ice cream I ate. Are we good? You know what I mean?
So you would be an honest criminal.
If I got caught, if I didn't, I would just leave the wrappers and bounce. You know what I mean?
They would just follow the trail of rappers.
Just follow the
I'm gonna take this and this and this and
those
run.
stupid push pops and eclairs and stuff. I don't know.
Star pops. Remember those? The blue,
See, but
the white,
that's
the
all.
red.
Yes, yeah, and they would melt down your hand. Those are, but that's a harmless crime.
Right. Who's the victim in that?
That's an
sense?
inconvenience at best, But if you run off with somebody's grandma, jeez, man, come on, dude. There's got to be extra charges, not only Grand Theft Auto, but like doing something
there's,
wild with a body. You know what I mean? That's got to be illegal. There has to be
definitely.
a law, right?
Definitely.
Grave
Yes,
robbing.
definitely.
I don't know what you want to call it, but
Yeah.
there's got to be something wild. So how did it end? Did they find the guy?
So they actually found them in Festus, which is just north of us. They found it.
Not surprising.
Grandma Ethel was recovered. I'm sure they had a very nice funeral for her. But you've heard of... Yes, exactly.
Better be.
You know what? You want the golden casket, 24 karat gold? It's yours.
We're dipping it right now.
Yes.
It weighs
You want the
8
extra
tons.
pillow under her? Done.
Silk all the way.
Have you heard? I've heard of people stealing cars, and then they find out, oh crap, there's a 2-year-old in the back in a car
Dude,
seat,
yeah.
and then they'll pull over real quick, put the whole car seat on the side of the road, and take off again.
Could you freaking imagine if that was? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, like
There
what?
was a story. And I think we talked about it on an episode of maybe a year or two ago. Yeah. And it was a lady, and it was an SUV or something, and it was getting carjacked.
Yes.
She's pumping gas or something.
Yes.
She jumps in the car, wrestles with the guy, pulls her gun out of the glove box, and shoots the guy. Could you imagine how? Because it's do or die at that point. They're running off with your 2 kids. You gotta stop it. So
Mama Bear just said us. Nope.
Yeah, it's me or you, son, and she took him out. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, crazy traumatic. Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine. Christ. But still, I mean, I'm sorry, but if you are going to come into my house, my property, my car, and I have no idea what you're doing. Like, I don't know if you're going to hurt me or not. I mean, hey, you chose to do this, so you're going to have to pay the consequences. You
take the car out of a driveway, that's not a killing offense. That's a beating.
Right, yeah. Hopefully you don't wreck my car, and you're going to go to jail. But, yeah, exactly.
If the baby's in it, you got to go. It's just a horrifying thought. But I don't know. This whole world's gone bananas, man.
BANANAS. So you're a Geo Metro guy.
That's a strong way of putting it. But that was a strategic.
But you chose it over a Lamborghini.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get caught in that thing. They're gonna see me.
Man,
coming.
You zip right out of town. Nobody will ever catch you.
Those things they come in like gold,
in your Geo Metro going
purple.
Put. And doing this to go up hills because it's.
No one's gonna know. I'll just be real smooth on that clutch. I'm out of town with my sack of cash. Like in Heat, remember when they came out with those giant sacks of cash? That Al Pacino movie with Robert De Niro?
Yeah.
Val Kilmer?
Yes.
Any idea what I'm talking about?
I know it, yeah. I've seen it.
And they get into that giant shootout coming out of the bank. That was amazing. But
yeah.
It's a movie. I know it's not real, but it was a crazy action scene. And a sack of cash like that, maybe $3 million in it, dude. You know, that would be pretty awesome. Yeah.
I just want one. Just give me 1 million, and I'd be fine.
Just cash money?
Yeah.
I know I've told you this before. I read a story. It was a guy driving at night, and he sees a bag in the middle of the road, and it's like one of those canvasy leather bank bags. He pulls over, $62,000 in change. He turns it in, and they gave him a $500 reward. And I was pissed off for the guy. And I'm like, you couldn't give him 10%? That's at least break him off 6 G's. You know what I mean? Let him
$5,000. I mean, even like
you know how much my reward would have been? $62,000. You know.
Lost and found. I found it. And my reward is that.
It was money being taken to a place where they recycle it. You know what I'm saying? Where they take the serial numbers, they burn it. And then they print new money with that serial number or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
And I would no, it's all worn in. Nobody knows. Dude, you can sip on that forever. My question to you is, and to the listeners, if that was you, what would you do? One, and two, would you? How would you spend the money if you kept it?
$62,000.
You can't deposit that kind of money because this is going to send off stuff to the IRS. I don't know why we're talking about this, but any cash deposits over $10,000 sets off an alarm.
I think I would pay with other money to go to Mexico on vacation and just spend the heck out of it there. And then do another trip that I paid for with other money, and then like outside of the country and just spend it there and stuff. Because by the time it circulates, gets back,
Dude, this is what you do, bro. You go to Home Depot, right? Or wherever
you got this all figured out, huh?
Dude, I've been fantasizing about this for years, man. Right? You're buying a house? Buy all your shit with cash, dude.
Yeah. But they're tracing serial numbers, buddy.
Oh, man. I gotta find that, dude.
Haven't you been watching these movies about bank robberies? This shit's real.
It's not crispy $100 bills. It's 10s and 20s.
I know, but they got the serial numbers marked down because from here to the recycling center, they check them out here and they check them in there and they go, oh crap, we're missing $62,000. You know they're going to be looking. That's why I would go outside the country. Because by the time it circulates back to the wherever,
I hear what you're saying.
ain't nobody going to know.
Drinks on me, that type of thing.
Sure.
Here's the thing.
Be
If
like,
you travel, so you're going to travel with you can't travel with more than X amount of dollars on you.
If I put it in a balloon.
I don't even want to know what you plan on doing with this damn balloon.
No, you just
But I can
take a
tell you
little bit at a time. But
that's $32. You're not doing anything with $32 in a balloon.
But what you could also do,
Jesus.
What you could also do is go to some rich friend, because now you got $62,000. You're making new friends that are rich. You go, hey buddy, do you have cash for 100? I gotta get change, and then you give them the money with the serial numbers, and then you get cash money back.
You're attracting too much attention at that point.
Is that money laundering?
Sort of.
Damn
And
it.
you're setting up other people and dragging them into your little scheme.
But they're not real friends because you just made them, and they're only your friends because you're rich
just
now.
pay everything in cash, man. Just be down low. Buy your groceries in cash. Pay for your gasoline in cash. Tip the
As
long
soon as
guy.
that money hits the bank, though, you're caught.
Nah.
You need to watch the movies. Take notes.
When's the
I've
last
been
time
taking notes.
I haven't been into a physical bank in, I don't know,
I haven't
2-3
either.
years. I don't think I have cash. I might have $100. I'm at like 250s.
Okay,
You know?
Richie.
No, but it's just for emergencies, man.
Yeah.
My dad always did that.
I
Always had a couple $100 in cash.
Yeah.
In case something wild happened, you know. I'm like
John
what?
just sold an engine, an extra engine to his Firebird, so we have cash from that.
I don't know what's going on.
Woo 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 woo.
That's Butter. He sees anything walking outside the house.
Yeah.
He goes off.
He
All
goes
30
crazy.
pounds of them. Yeah. You can't
Yeah.
stop him. Because he's just like... So he's a great
in that
watchdog.
mode.
But it just kind of... We were in the dining room the other day and somebody walked by and he went off. And it's kind of echoey in there. It's so big.
Yeah.
Right? And my heart almost stopped. It was so loud.
Ugh.
I go,
And then
"What
when they
the-"
scare you, like they
Like I lifted
startle
my
you
feet
with the
off the
bark?
thing because I thought there was a damn rattlesnake in the house. You know what I mean? Like, why is he going off? It went from we're eating. Oh, so how was your day? To and the walls are shaking. I'm like, oh my god.
and your house fell down like Jericho.
I've been commissioned to build 3 more chairs.
Wow. Mine's
I got-
number 1.
I got the okay from the boss, and so I went out last night, and I must have spent. I told you I go to Home Depot every day, right?
Yes.
And I like legitimately go almost every day. So I'm out there maybe for 2 hours. I'm walking around, see if there's anything on sale, and I pick up some
Yeah.
knickknacks or
Clearance
whatever.
racks. Yeah, because
Then I
sometimes you
swing
can
my
get
way
good
by
deals.
By the wood section, and I'm holding up the boards and looking which way they bend
gosh.
and stuff. A total
Yeah.
dork. Yeah. But
So expensive.
I got all that crap in the car somehow, and my Toyota.
Oh. Geometra.
I know, right?
It's got awesome room in the back. Like you put down the back seats, you got the whole back. Yeah, you can store some stuff, carry some stuff.
It's amazing how much you can get home in a regular car if you're careful with it.
Yes.
I put the back seats down,
Yeah.
and I reclined my passenger seat
Yeah.
like a damn serial killer.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Then I threw an old jacket that was in my trunk over the seat so I wouldn't scratch anything up, and carefully slid the boards in through the trunk and got everything to close. And as soon as I pulled up to the house, the boys were here. They were pulling up, and I'm like, guys,
Yeah.
grab this wood, put it in the garage for me, will you? And so I had some help getting it out of the car. And I made the flag for my buddy, the Canadian
yeah.
kid. And did I ever show you?
You showed me yours. Yeah.
I'll put a picture of it.
Okay. Yeah, it looks
and-
good.
and it
I think
came
you
out-
shared a
It was
picture.
like half American, half Canadian.
Oh, the new one. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
And then I hand cut a Canadian maple leaf out of like
Dang.
1/4-inch plywood. Like I drew it
Yeah.
out. Like I try to make it to scale. And I used one of my tools that with the vibrating blade. It's called an oscillating tool.
Yeah. Oscillating
multi-tool.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I used that to cut it out, and it came out amazing. And I dyed it red, I stained it red, and then nailed it in. So it looked really, really good.
Dang.
So yeah, I'll post a picture of it.
That's awesome.
So he was real happy about it. He said he's gonna take it to his dad's. I go, you got to put some shellac on it, dude, or some polyvinyl shellac or
shellac. So the Adirondack, is that how you say it? Adirondack.
Yeah.
When's mine gonna be in the mail? 2 of them actually. But why are you laughing?
Because they're heavy.
I know, I'm just teasing.
They're heavy. So
you think I can hide them under my shirt and fly home on Southwest with them?
No, you can probably
dang it.
set them up in the back of a pickup truck and just ride them home,
Yeah.
But and they're kind of meant to be. I don't say disposable, but they're gonna be out. It's outdoor furniture, so
yeah. Oh yeah. So when our house is done, I'm going to have a full front porch from side to side of the house. And then we're going to have a deck around the back. And then the view is going to be right there. So I'm going to need some outdoor furniture for that. So
yeah, definitely. That sounds like an amazing view. We have a really nice view in the backyard. So my wife she's like, yeah, I need 3 more so we can. She ordered the cushions. She ordered a set of 4. So
for the chairs?
Yeah.
That's cool.
She liked the first one so much, which is surprising because, I knew she had her doubts. Let's just leave it at that. She's like, he's a hygienist. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. I'm like, I had to tap into my Latino roots. And she was like, you don't know anything about tools. And she's like, I go, dude, why do you think I'm watching? You can learn anything on YouTube.
Oh
anything.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely,
so
yes.
I built these chairs. I'm gonna do the chairs, and she wanted something in the closet, downstairs closet. She goes, I'm sick of all these blankets. Everything's falling out. She goes, can you make something? I go, let me look at it. I'm in there taking measurements. Go off to Home Depot. I come back, and the closet rack that you hang stuff on.
Yeah.
It was replaced, and they made it too short, so it was falling out of its little holder thing. So I'm like, somebody bent the other one up and put one that was too short. So I got one that was just long enough, and I had the guy cut it for me.
Yes.
With these giant bolt cutters. Anyway, it fit like a glove. So that's
like
done.
a glove.
And I bought some like closet organizer shelves, and I cut them to fit and screwed them in. Anyway, so I made like a couple stand thing and I had to wedge it into the closet and assemble it in the closet because it was so big.
Oh
Point
my
is,
gosh, yeah.
She's got her little blanket spots, and she's got an umbrella on the side, so she's real happy with it. So
nice.
Like, did you buy this? I was like, no, dude. It was like $20 or $23 worth of stuff. But I saw a shelf kit.
I made this for you. Yeah.
Those pre-made like closet organizers, things are like $85, $120. That's that kind of thing. So, I'm not saving any money because I'm buying a bunch of stuff. But it's fun. It's fun to do.
Right. Yeah. And you can say, I made that,
So, John sold an extra engine. He
Yeah.
had an extra engine.
Yeah. His buddy had a Firebird. He has a Firebird. And he bought the other 91. So he bought this other Firebird for parts for his Firebird.
Gotcha.
And then all said and done, we're trying to clean stuff up, get stuff out of here, and he was like, I'm probably not going to mess with this engine anymore, so we sold it. Somebody's coming today to pick it up. But all I was saying is, like, yard sales, and then if we post anything on Marketplace or whatever, we put that cash, like, we keep it around just in case we need it for something.
Sure.
Like, for example, this guy just happened to, like, come up our driveway and say, hey, I got extra pavement sealer. Do you guys need your driveway done? And I was like, how much? And he was like, oh, and he threw out a number, and I was like, all right, do it. And I think I negotiated a little bit, but
sure.
But I mean, and then I just paid him cash, and he was on his way. It didn't take very long
what
at
it
all.
Is these guys have a little bit extra.
Yep.
From a job that they just did.
Yep.
And I want to dump it. Let me give it away to somebody for a decent price. I get rid of this nonsense, and then everybody makes out.
I got a deal they didn't waste.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good thing to do,
Yeah, it's like saving the earth or something in some way.
You know what I gotta find? I gotta find a like a wood mill or a lumber yard or.
Why don't you just make one in your house?
I don't
Can
have.
you do that?
I need a workshop.
Yep.
So I'm gonna buy.
Why don't you build one?
I'm gonna build a shed for like real talk. I was gonna do a small one, like 10 by 10 or something like that for yard stuff, and I was like, nah, son.
Make it bigger. Make it bigger.
10 by 16 at least. You know what I mean? I need a couple things. You know, lights, music. It's gonna be nice. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of lights, whatever you just said. Sorry, the last thing just slipped right out my ear. I was like, I heard lights. Yes. I'm so originally in our house plans, I know I keep talking about this, but it's exciting. You know, it's the biggest thing happening in my life right now. I was going to have a podcast room upstairs because we're going to have a full basement, but we weren't going to finish it or anything anytime soon. But the builder guy, he's not going to charge very much to do some of the stuff in the basement. So we're going to have him put in a bathroom and plumb in for a kitchen, like a little kitchenette type thing.
Sure.
And then I'm going to have him do the walls and soundproof for a podcast room downstairs.
What?
So, yeah. I'm spending money on this whole little
See if you can run an extra internet cable down there.
I should have internet while I'm there. Why not?
Or, you know, or a router, like a legit cable you plug into your laptop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, an Ethernet.
It's more stable.
I think what I'm going to do is find the best service in that area and just get a hotspot. And it'll be a business expense so I can taxes. Because this technical difficulties we had with internet, it is so frustrating. Frustrating.
You know, I'm not mad about it, but it's just...
Yeah,
if we were on a time constraint or we were trying to do an interview, that would have sucked.
Ugh. I probably would have jabbed a pin in my eye on air, but you wouldn't have been able to see it because the internet would go out and it would freeze up and I'd be like this and you'd go, what happened? I can't see.
That would have been the show.
And then to be continued would run across the bottom of the screen. I mean, you know, it's like a bad season premiere or finale.
Does Sandy poke herself in the eye?
Did she? Did she not? Is she blind now?
You know?
Wait and see, season 4.
Does she start a new collection of fancy eye patches? I don't know.
Oh, I totally would. Oh my God. Bedazzled up the wazoo. Ugh.
That would be kind of cool, though.
Oh, I would. You know what I would put on my eye patch?
Get like real big, like Lady Gaga or whatever. I
would put, is this how I'm supposed to wear a mask? On my eye patch.
Yeah. So
yeah, no.
Make it have the pleats in it like a mask. So dumb. Sorry. Well, that being said, let's wrap it up, folks.
Yeah. It's been fun, Carlos.
Good seeing you, man. It's been a while. It's been busy,
yeah. But if you found that $62,000,
if that happened to me, right? I'd be like, Sandy, you're not gonna believe this. I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, I was coming home from the show, and I found a sack of cash. I don't know what to do. Can I trust you to not rat me out?
I'd be like, yeah, no problem. Send it to me. I'll figure it out for you, buddy.
Dude, I don't know.
Pay for the shipping with the money, and then
as far as I'm concerned, that was finders keepers, dude. I'm still annoyed about that whole story. I'm still annoyed by it. Anyway,
yeah.
All right, so let's wrap it up. You good?
Yep. Episode 122.
Boom.
One deuce.
122. Damn, that's. It seems like a lot, but it doesn't seem like that many when you think about it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I mean.
But either way, thanks for staying and hanging out and listening and enjoying. Yep. And please comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends.
Yep.
And what do you think, Sandy?
I think everybody should just go floss themselves. Yep.
Boom. I agree.
Yep.
Have a good weekend.